The memories of war never fade. They linger like shadows at the edge of a soldier's mind. I often find myself staring into the distance, the echoes of gunfire replaced by the silence of peace. The winter of 1944 in the Ardennes is etched in my memory, a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought beside me. The fear was palpable, but so was the camaraderie. We were young, yet we carried the weight of the world on our shoulders. Among the many stories, one stands out, the tale of Ray Thompson, a man whose actions changed the course of a battle. Ray was an ordinary man thrust into extraordinary circumstances. His story is one of defiance and heroism, a reminder that sometimes rules are meant to be broken. As I recount his tale, I hope to honor Ray and those who stood with him. Their courage and quick thinking saved lives and altered military tactics. The winter of 1944 was brutal. The Ardennes was a frozen wasteland, blanketed in snow and shrouded in fog. The cold seeped into our bones, a relentless enemy we could not escape. Our breath hung in the air like ghosts, and our fingers were numb, struggling to hold on to our weapons. The weather was as much an adversary as the Germans. Visibility was poor, and the snow muffled sounds, creating an eerie silence. We were constantly on edge, every shadow a potential threat. The cold was a constant companion, sapping our strength and testing our resolve. Yet we persevered, driven by duty and the bonds we shared. Radios crackled with static, and orders were often delayed or misunderstood. The chaos of war was amplified by the elements, creating confusion and uncertainty. Despite the harshness, there was beauty in the landscape, a reminder of the world beyond the war. But first, we had a battle to fight, and survival was our only goal. The orders were clear: hold your fire. We were to wait for further instructions, a directive that left us uneasy. The enemy was close, and the tension was palpable. Every instinct screamed to act, but we were bound by the command to stand down. Confusion spread through the ranks like wildfire. Some questioned the wisdom of the orders, while others remained silent, trusting in the chain of command. The uncertainty was a heavy burden, weighing on our minds and hearts. We knew the enemy would not wait, and every second felt like an eternity. We were outnumbered and outgunned, and the enemy was relentless. In the midst of this chaos, Ray Thompson stood out, his calm demeanor and steady gaze a source of reassurance. He was a man of few words, but his presence spoke volumes. Little did we know, he was about to make a decision that would change everything. Ray Thompson was not a man you would immediately notice. He was quiet, with an unassuming presence that belied his inner strength. As a tank gunner, Ray was skilled and precise, with an uncanny ability to read the battlefield. He observed everything, taking in details others might miss. Ray was a thinker, always contemplating the next move. Despite the tension, he remained composed, a steady hand in a sea of uncertainty. His fellow soldiers respected him for his quiet confidence and unwavering determination. In a moment of crisis, he would defy orders and take matters into his own hands. It was a decision born of necessity, a choice that would alter the course of the battle. But at that moment, none of us could foresee the impact of his actions. The moment came suddenly, a flash of clarity amidst the chaos. Ray Thompson stood by his tank, eyes fixed on the enemy column advancing through the snow. The orders were to hold fire, but the situation was dire. The German forces were closing in, their intentions clear. Ray understood the battlefield like a chessboard, each move calculated. He saw an opportunity to disrupt the enemy and turn the tide. With a deep breath, Ray made his decision. He climbed into the tank, his hands steady on the controls. The engine roared to life, cutting through the silence. Ray was about to break the rules, and we were all holding our breath. As the first shell left the barrel, time seemed to slow. Ray's defiance was an act of courage, a testament to his commitment to his comrades. Ray's actions were nothing short of brilliant. He targeted the vehicles deep within the enemy column, catching the Germans off guard. By striking at the heart of their formation, he created confusion and chaos, disrupting their advance. The German forces faltered, their lines broken by the unexpected assault. Ray's decision had turned the tide of battle, giving us the upper hand. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to the power of individual action. Ray's tactical choices were a lesson in warfare. He understood the importance of surprise. His actions demonstrated the effectiveness of unconventional tactics. As the dust settled, we realized the full extent of Ray's impact. His defiance had saved lives and altered the course of the battle. The battlefield was transformed. The German forces, once so menacing, were now in disarray. Ray's actions had sown confusion and fear among the enemy, forcing them to retreat. Our spirits lifted as the enemy fell back. Ray's defiance had given us a chance to regroup and fortify our position. The impact of Ray's decision was felt beyond the immediate battle. His actions demonstrated the value of initiative and adapting to the situation. In the aftermath, Ray was hailed as a hero, though he remained humble. Sometimes the rules must be bent in the pursuit of a greater good. The aftermath of Ray's actions was significant. The German forces, caught off guard, were forced to reconsider their strategy. Their retreat was a turning point in the battle, giving us the opportunity to regroup. Ray's defiance did not go unnoticed. He was commended for his bravery and quick thinking. His decision to break orders was seen as a necessary act that saved lives. The military took note of Ray's tactics, incorporating them into future strategies. His actions highlighted the importance of flexibility and adaptability on the battlefield. Despite the recognition, Ray remained humble. He saw himself as just another soldier, doing his duty in the face of adversity. Yet, his choices left a lasting impact, a reminder of the power of individual action in war. After the war, Ray Thompson returned to civilian life. He slipped back into the world he had left behind, a world that had changed as much as he had. The transition was not easy, but Ray faced it with the same quiet determination that had defined his actions on the battlefield. He spoke little of his experiences, choosing instead to focus on the future. Ray found solace in the simple pleasures of life, the warmth of family, and the comfort of routine. He did not seek recognition or accolades, content to live a quiet life away from the spotlight. Yet, his actions had left a lasting legacy, a reminder of the power of courage and quick thinking. As I reflect on Ray's story, I am reminded of the impact of individual choices. Ray Thompson may have returned to a quiet life, but his legacy lives on, a beacon of hope and courage in a world that often forgets the heroes among us.